What's up, Gaming Hawks? It's your man Eric, and in today's podcast episode, we're going to be going over a lot about the GTA 6 leaks, kind of what we've been seeing so far, and my thoughts and why I'm hyped for that. We will also be going over the TXKO situation. I've been hearing a little bit about that. Bob finally coming out in Tekken 8. Apparently, PlayStation, I guess players are attempting a PlayStation blackout, apparently. And yeah, kind of like what games I'm hyped for and what games are under the radar that you should be aware of. So first off, guys, let's go ahead and talk about these GTA 6 leaks. It has been wild, but I'm not gonna lie, I have been even more hyped. Seeing these leaks have gotten me so freaking hyped. You got some of the haters, of course, thinking again, this is like the final build. This is like well over a year old. However, even with the bots and the fake haters, I already know this game is going to end up selling well still with these leaks. And I'm very intrigued to see what gameplay we're going to actually see in the extended cut that we will be seeing on Netflix and also on social media immediately when it gets posted on Netflix. So hopefully guys are ready for that. So first off, let's go ahead and talk about some of these leaks. I've been doing videos talking about each of the different ones that I've seen so far, but I'll kind of go over what I've seen like vehicle wise, character wise, environment wise, etc., etc. So let's talk about the cars first in the game. They look pretty good. Again, this is like an older build, but they still look good. It was one leak. The guy was driving some type of sports car. It felt good, at least from what I could see. Of course, having the control in your hand, you can actually feel how it actually feels. But it feels like they drive pretty good. I heard some people talking about like it's I guess stiffer than Grand Theft Auto 5, but I'm like, you never played Grand Theft Auto 6 yet, so how would you know? So I don't know exactly if the car actually functions more stiffer than Grand Theft Auto 5. I guess we will see when we can actually have our hands on it, but it didn't really look too bad at all. It looks like it still had that arcadey feel, maybe slightly more realistic, but it still has that arcadey feel, which is, Grand Theft Auto that we are used to. So I'm happy about that. Also, too, there's gas. And there is gas in the game. I know a lot of people have been talking about gas, like, oh wow, it'd be cool if we had to, fill up our tank. And I remember back in like elementary or like junior high when San Andreas came out and people were talking about, oh man, like yeah, I was driving around the whole city and XYZ and then my car ran out of gas and stuff like that. Like people just like lying. But you know what? This is actually real now. We will be able to actually run out of gas. Now, what I've been seeing so far, at least on the leaks, like the cars that the guy was jacking, they didn't seem like they had low gas. It seemed like the gases were pretty high. However, with I guess how customization is, I'm not sure if you guys will play Red Dead Redemption, but like you have your horse where you can like store all of your like guns and different things of that nature on your horse. So with this game, if I'm not mistaken, you will have like your own personal car or cars where you can like store your weapons and maybe other things of that nature. So yeah, I'm pretty sure if you are utilizing your main primary car, you will end up having to refill gas. But it looks like the gas like doesn't like just go down randomly. It looks like it will take a minute and not like you're gonna be getting gas every freaking 5 minutes. I don't know why people are saying that. That's not that's not gonna happen. Every 5 minutes you had to get gas. No. However, there does look like there's a good amount of gas stations as well. I've been seeing more and more of these leaks, and that's a good thing. So yeah, you will be able to actually utilize these gas stations. Talking about gas stations too, apparently you can also service your car and like get it repaired at these gas stations too. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now, with the refilling of gas, I didn't see the character actually get out of the car and like actually physically fill it up. Like something like you just press a couple buttons and it fills up. But again, this is an old build, so yeah, we probably will be able to actually physically, put the gas in. But or maybe this could be like an option too. We have no idea because the game isn't out. But this is what I've kind of just seen so far on that. Now, talking about gas stations, we have actually seen the main character rob a gas station on this, and it was a lot of different details in this. So, like like the character, they like first when the character stopped the car, I guess what's the word for it? I guess the Jeeps or XYZ, they were able to pinpoint it like the cops because the guy jacked the car, and then they were able to find out where he was at. So he was already, already having like a warrant level, a wanted level. But anyway, he ran up in the gas station or whatever convenience store, and there was like two customers like on the side, like on the left side, like shopping. He passed them, went over, and I want to say the first one I seen, like he shot the person up, and like the gun he picked, it was like a very small gun, and shot the person up, and I felt like it looked pretty realistic. You had a couple comments like, "Oh wow, these graphics in this game is this far up, and they're not like blowing up." It's like, no, that little gun. Why would you blow up? Why would you get shot with a little gun and just blow up? That makes no logical sense. But anyway, shot the person, and then was able to rob the cash register. And then when they were running out, a good little detail. A great little detail. The passenger, like customers, like the older lady, it looked like she had like a panic attack or something, and she was like on the ground, like on her back, and the other lady was like waving her, like trying to get her, I guess, cooled down or whatever from that panic attack. So it's like little things like that they have in the game, which again, this was like an old build, so I can just imagine how realistic it's going to end up being when it comes out. I'm so freaking ready. I'm so freaking ready for that. But yeah, like little details like that, even on these old builds, you see that. And yeah, he was able to come back out and get in his car. Another thing at a gas station, since we keep talking about gas and gas stations, it was actually a parody, and I didn't even realize it was a parody or something until I seen other people showing the actual clip. But like he had went to a gas, like another gas station, and like somebody was like filling up their trunk, like their trunk with like gas, and the gas, I guess, attendant was like, "Hey, you be putting the gas in your car, not on your car, like in the gas tank, not in your trunk." And yeah, the character, the character that you're playing, he ends up like going back to that gas station because he was hearing this commotion, got out his car and went to him, and the guy was like actually filling up his trunk and like talking kind of crazy, I guess, about, I don't know, conspiracies or something. And then he ends up jacking the car and then driving up a little bit. And the guy who was trying to fill up his car, he ends up running over and trying to knock him out. And like, this is cool. It's like more interactive when somebody's trying to come to jack you out of the car, you can actually like hit them back out. So that's pretty cool versus you just getting jacked and you getting taken out the car. You can fight back. So it looked like that he was fighting back and pushed the guy back out. And he was like, "The government stole my stuff and XYZ." I thought that was pretty cool, but I had no idea again that this was actual like a parody of something else. And then come to find out, it's like a parody of a guy who was actually doing this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's like in Florida or somewhere else, but anyway, the guy was kind of looking kind of crazy who was doing it, and now they're doing parodies of this in the game. So yeah, it looks like we will be getting like tons of like just random, parodies and different things of that nature from like real life. So again, that got me so freaking hyped too. Again, this was an old build and we're seeing this, so I can just imagine again what we will end up seeing when the full game comes out. Next up, let's go ahead and talk about the strip clubs in Grand Theft Auto 6. I guess we didn't get to see like everything like on there. You can see like the lap dances and XYZ, but the character was able to go inside, and yeah, it looks pretty realistic. You have the girls dancing, you have the people out walking, you got the girls stripping. I'm assuming you can also buy drinks and everything up in there too. But yeah, it looks pretty lively. It looks like everybody kind of have their own thing going on, which I liked. So again, I already know the first day. We're gonna be seeing a whole bunch of live streams, videos of just the strip club on GTA 6. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for whenever this game comes out, so we can see the fullness of it. But you know what? They may surprise us on this Netflix extended gameplay. They may actually show more of it. So hey, I guess we will see. But I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Again, they didn't actually do anything like lap dance XYZ. So I guess we will see. Also, too, I don't think you were able to have your gun out in there, which makes logical sense. I don't think in most places you could bring a gun into the strip club. So yeah, that's a little bit about that. Now let's go back up. Actually, let's go up to the skies. Let's talk about the flight So one of the earlier leaks, we were able to see like an airplane up in the like driving around. I'm not driving around, but like flying around, and you can see like the city, and you can see in the distance like more city, which I like a lot because you got your main city. Or I get your primary city that you may start the game in, and then you have the other like cities versus like Grand Theft Auto 5, where it was like one big city and like whole lot of like green land, a whole lot of just green and forest. It's like now we're going to actually have, cities, So I'm liking that. When he was flying, it looked like it was like Microsoft Flight Simulator in a sense. So it looked like it's going to be, tight and good controls. I like that. Again, the city looked dense. I like that too. The traffic and everything that you can see from the top looks good. And also, too, somebody pointed out. Now, I was also able to see was that they had video billboards that you can see even from the sky. So I can just I can't freaking wait to actually just be driving around and just walking around the city and seeing these video billboards everywhere with like different like ads and different stuff from like in-game stuff. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. Now, let's go back to the main character. I guess like the fighting and maybe like other things of that nature. We have basketball at this house, at the main guy's house. It was like he was just shooting hoops. So that's cool. You can play, you can shoot some hoops if you want to. I'm assuming that when online comes out, you can probably play with other people, maybe like a pickup game or different things of that nature. I'm also intrigued to see if we end up seeing like you actually can play basketball against other like NPCs in the world. Like if you go to like a basketball court and see somebody playing basketball, can you come in and like start playing? That would be pretty cool. And like, of course, you're gonna have the haters like, oh wow, they're adding, they're adding this in the game. Why they're adding all this? It's like, yeah, if they're adding like mechanics to play basketball and they're taking away things, yeah, I'll be mad. But if they already have everything and they're just giving us more, why not? They already spent what $2 billion on this freaking game. Of course, they can add a whole lot more than other games. So again, if you guys are seeing these naysayers and XYZ, I wouldn't even worry about them because again, they could be the first people buying this game when it comes out. They're just doing this for clout right now. Thankfully, one good thing that Elon Musk has done with Twitter recently was he going to start not allowing people to make money from those type of like rage bait type of things. So I'm pretty sure that when that comes into effect, we're gonna be seeing a whole lot less haters because you're not gonna be able to make any money no more from it. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna be seeing a lot of that stop and have a whole lot more praise on like some of these games and some of these game mechanics. But yeah, that was basketball. Looked like he went able to shoot hoops. Looks pretty chill right there. We were able to see him like fight people. Like the combat looks pretty straight. You can punch, like you can do some kicks there as well. I am intrigued to see if we will have other types of martial arts. On Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, you can, learn karate or some type of karate. I think it was like a Muay Thai was one of the stances, like boxing. You had like a variety of different ones. And then you had like your first, basic street fighting as well. So I'm intrigued to see if we will see that. I know I would assume the two characters, the two protagonists of the game, they'll be able to fight differently. So I wonder how, which one will end up using more kicks or punches, or will it be the same? I guess we will end up, seeing right there. Now, also too, with the fighting, when he was punching the NPC character up, the NPC had like a wrench, like one of the first fights I've seen, and I guess after he got hit, the wrench dropped, and then you could pick up that wrench and then start hitting the characters. So yeah, they have weapons and stuff. It looks like you can just knock them down or whatever. If they drop it, you can pick it up and you can hit them or use that weapon. Also with hats, apparently, you can get hats. You can like pick up hats, and you can, I guess, get hats from, or your hat can get knocked out too, I guess. So I guess we'll be kind of seeing some type of functionality with that. I guess with jewelry too, they were saying that his chain or something, like it had like realistic type of movement, like when he was moving, and it was like moving as well with the character. So that's cool that we're going to be able to see, just more not just better graphics, but like everything kind of to be more realistic, like the different things that you're wearing. Maybe probably like your clothes too. They might be flowing in the wind a little bit more. So the physics on the game is looking good. Also too, looks like the characters are feeling more aggressive too. Like if you hit somebody like in your car, like they'll like try to chase you and stuff. Like, they're having that road rage too, which especially in Florida, I'm not even surprised. So yeah, I'm excited to see the NPCs being more active against you too. Also, too, talking about being aggressive in XZ, it looks like instead of 5 stars, you can get 6 stars. So I'm wondering if we will end up seeing like, tanks again. Because I haven't played Grand Theft Auto 5 in a very long time. The last time I played Grand Theft Auto 5, I think I was still in college. So yeah, it's been a very, very, very long time. Yeah, almost I was in college. Yeah. Yeah, dang, yeah. I think I was. So yeah. I forgot if they nah. I'm like 95% sure they did not have any tanks. So I wonder on this one, if you get to 6 stars, will they bring back the tanks, or will it be something, even crazier? I wonder, maybe if you stay with 6 stars for so freaking long, maybe there's a 7 star. Maybe there's aliens coming down trying to get you, or something along those lines. I'm very intrigued. But yeah, so far, yeah, we talked about the cars. We weren't able to see like the customization, I guess, too much. On some of the leaks, I guess you see him with slightly different clothes and different things of that nature. So I get, it could be Grand Theft Auto, so you're gonna be able to customize your character. We didn't see anything with weightlifting. However, with one of the trailers, the official trailers, we did see the character weightlifting, but that was like in a cutscene type of vibe. So I'm intrigued to see if we will actually see that in the game. Hopefully so. 'Cause that would be cool to be able to bulk up or lean down with both of the characters as well. So I guess we will end up, seeing that as well. But yeah, we talked about the vehicles, talked about the gas station stuff that we've been seeing, airplane stuff. We talked about that, getting gas. I think that's all of the big main things. Again, I'm very hyped about the immersion that we're seeing so far in the game. Again, if you think this game is going to be some type of like real life sim, because some people are using the AI to like saying like, oh yeah, in this game you can just create a whole family and not do any type of crime and just like work like a day job and getting people people heads on some type of other realm. No, this is Grand Theft Auto. This is not The Sims. If you want to play The Sims, play The Sims. And like there's so many other sim like games out there. So if that's what you want, you don't want to do anything, you just want to create a family and just chill and work a regular job, play The Sims. Don't play Grand Theft Auto, because that's not the same type of game. You're not gonna be having kids on here. If you want some kids on a game like this, I would say play like a Fable on that game. I mean, it's not like current, it's like in the medieval times. But yeah, you can have kids on there. You can kill everybody. You can do whatever you please on these Fable games. But this is Grand Theft Auto. This isn't Fable. This isn't The Sims. So yeah, right now I am hyped. I'm definitely looking forward to see the Netflix thing, seeing if we're going to see again, just more mechanics of the game, see how the trunk works on the car, see how many not vehicles, see how many guns you can hold in your trunk, seeing how many guns you can hold hold on person. Because from the inventory wheel, I forgot to mention, when he was in the gas station, like picking his small little pistol, it looks like there were 5 slots. Again, this is an old build, so they could end up being more, or maybe you could buy certain things so you can have more on your wheel. But on that particular build, it was like 5 inventory slots. It was like one was for gun, like your pistol at the top. The right one, I forgot what it was, but it did not look like a gun, and it was like 3 other slots. So I'm intrigued to see what those other slots are. Probably like a shotgun and maybe like a machine gun or two. So yeah, I'm super ready for that. I'm really hyped for this. The warrant levels on this. I want to see how aggressive the cops are. And since we're talking about cops on there, let's talk about what I've seen so far with the cops on there. So, it looks like the cops, depending on your warrant level, they'll address you differently, which we kind of used to. But what we saw like on one of the leaks, what we saw on the gas station, now remembering, he had got back in his car. Like the cop had pulled up when he was like leaving, I think after robbing the gas station. He got in his car. The cop had just got out of his car, and he like pulled his gun out. He was like, "Get out of the car." And I think he said something else too, but it was like they're giving you warnings first before they start blasting. But again, that depends. I'm assuming on your warrant level. I'm assuming like if you're like 3, 4, 5, they're gonna start blasting. But if you're like probably like 1 or 2, I guess they'll still try to talk to you first before they start blasting. So I think that was pretty cool. if you played other Grand Theft Autos, oh well, Grand Theft Auto 5 or Red Dead recently, you'll get the red, part on your map, kind of giving you like an idea where the cops are searching at. It looks like on this game too. I mentioned this kind of a bit earlier, but with cars with like GPSs, it looks like once you stop, then that GPS stops, and then the cops kind of know where you're at. So kind of just be aware of that. I'm guessing when the full game comes out, that once you stop that car, they know exactly where to pinpoint you at, and they can kind of come and get you. So yeah, I guess that's kind of more realistic there too. And with the Jeeps, now thinking about it too, it looks like when the character was like running regularly, like there was no Jeep, but when they got in the car, then the Jeeps popped up, kind of making it seem more realistic. Like, hey, you getting in a car, that car has Jeep. Now you're gonna see where you're going. But when you're just walking on foot, you don't see that Jeep. And yeah, I think that's all of the big things there on that. I am intrigued to see if there's like some type of phone. I'm assuming that you will have a phone that you can contact people and everything like that. So I wanted to see how interactive that is. Can you go on the internet and other stuff like that. But yeah, I think that's all the pretty big main stuff that we've been seeing. Definitely hyped to see more of the crazy Florida culture that we're going to end up seeing in this game, the city life. I can't wait to see the beach on here. I'm surprised that we have not seen any leaks on the beach. And oh yeah, you know what? I guess, man, there's so many good things I've been seeing from these leaks, but the environment and everything, it looks pretty good. Like it looks like certain areas are crowded. It looks like there's like enough cars, on the road with you. It doesn't feel barren. So it's like we're getting a whole lot of city, whole lot of cars, whole lot of people doing things, and they look and feel, at least so far from what I'm seeing from the build, realistic. So again, this was from an old build. I can just imagine the detail that we're gonna end up seeing once this mug drops. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. I will be talking about the full Netflix thing on the next podcast. So definitely stay tuned to see some more GTA 6 news. So next up, let's go ahead and talk about my man B.O.B. He's making it back to Tekken 8. One of my top characters in the game. Definitely like my top 10, character. B.O.B., big old boy. First off, B.O.B., even though he's a big boy, he is fast. He can punch. He can kick. And it's like that I did not see him in Tekken 8, but gladly we're getting him in this new DLC for Season 3. And yeah, I had the chance to actually play with him. So let me go over like the gameplay style I felt from him, and then like the customization options. So playing with him, it felt good. He did feel, to me, he felt a little bit different with some of his movesets from like Tekken, like Tekken 7, and I want to say it was what, Tekken Tag Tournament 2. I felt like he fought a little different, but he was still fast. He still had great punches. I don't know, because I haven't had that much time to play with him. I felt like his kicks, they were good, but I couldn't go as crazy as I could on like the previous Tekkens with his kicks. Again, it could just be because I haven't really played with him that much, but I feel like on the other ones, I could just like beat somebody just by kicking. I feel like with this one, I will have to also punch some people. So again, this could be because I haven't really played with him that much. Maybe after like a month or two of playing with him, he'll end up feeling pretty much the same. But yeah, he's still fast. He still feels, big. It looks like he's able to utilize his weight more. I feel like some of his moves, he's able to use like his weight to like be armor and different things of that nature when you're attacking people. So yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Now let's go ahead and go over customization. His basic his basic, like, I guess, costumes or whatnot, they look pretty straight. I didn't see anything bad. I like what I saw so far. It looks like he's skateboarding now, so I think that was pretty cool. For the actual customization that you can actually customize with the character, I've already made four characters with him. I've made Peter Griffin. I had to make Peter. I made a prisoner. I made a prisoner. Had him with the barcode on him, shaved head. I think he looks pretty cool there. I made a full armor suit with him that looks pretty funny, but pretty cool too. And then I made another one. I made DJ Khaled with him because you got all the different beard options. So I was able to have him with the fade, have him with the beard, have him with his basic or his standard suit, but made it all black. Oh man, he looks clean. So yeah, with him being bigger, I'm glad that we're finally getting other body types. 'Cause this is like one of the first Tekkens, maybe Tekken 7 too, but definitely this one. Well, like everybody had this freaking same body type. So like when you customize a character or have your character shirt off, everybody's like super buff. Everybody looks the exact same with the shirt off. I like when hit with BOB, it looks different, and they were able to customize all the different outfits to fit his bigger body. So I'm glad that they actually end up doing that. I'm hoping either with future DLC characters or with like the next Tekken 9 or whatever, we will get again different body types. You know, Law should not be as buff as like Kazuha or Jin. I feel like Law should be more lean, and there should be different body types. So hopefully they end up bringing that back. I'm glad that at least Bob gives us some type of different body type. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Bob. Super ready for him. I liked him whole lot more than I like Kunimitsu. Even though I've been playing with Kunimitsu here and there throughout the years, with Bob and my dude, and then we're still getting Roger Jr. So I'm definitely intrigued to see how that customization is going to work in the gameplay of that, because I liked Roger Jr. And then the Yujiro, if I'm pronouncing that right, Hanma, from I believe Baki, if I'm not mistaken. I've been hearing good things about that too, about that character. Apparently too, that character can't lose. So like when you playing against that character, apparently, I guess after you beat them, and I'm using quotation marks, like something will happen. So I don't know if like he'll get back up and start laughing, like, that was fun. Now let's get serious, or maybe it would be cool if we did something like this. Maybe after you beat them, beat the Baki character, right when you're like doing your like in cut scene or whatever, you're cheesing at this camera. He comes behind you and like he's about to like rock you with like a like a punch in the back of your head or like a kick or something, but it cuts out right before he does it. It'd be cool. It'd be cool if they do something fun like that. So yeah, I'm super super ready for that. But yeah, Bob was like my top character I've been waiting for. So I'm glad we got him. I will be talking about Roger Jr. when that comes out, and also the Baki character. So now this next news I heard a little bit about, but I don't know too much about this. So I just wanted to share it because it kind of will go along with Tekken, actually, in a sense. So apparently, Riot Gaming, like they announced the active development of the 2XKO will end at the end of 2006, saying that although people tried the game and it maintained a core community, not enough players stuck around to create a sustainable future. Servers will remain online. All champions are being unlocked. Purchases made on or before August 20th are being refunded. And yes, I guess Samira will be the game's final champion. And if I'm not mistaken, this is like in part with what was the game? League of Legends, if I'm not mistaken. Like it's like part of that type of either characters or like within that type of realm. And I guess a lot of people, they were surprised that, hey, how did like the people who made League of Legends, how did something close to that gets messed up like this? And apparently what I've been seeing so far is that they kept focusing on the fighting game community, keep focusing on the tournaments, I guess, and things of that nature, and not the casual player, just people just wanting to come in and have fun. Instead of making a game that's just fun, everybody can play, and then creating the fighting game community around that, they did the opposite, and it failed. And you know what? That brought me to a lot of different things, because I'm like, not just with fighting games, but you definitely see with fighting games for sure. I say shooting games as well. I would say that one. I would say shooting game would also be another top one. But let's stick with fighting games for now. Like Tekken, for example, that's a fun game. I can play this all my game nights. It's easy to like, pick up the controller for. Even on Tekken 8, you can like press like L2 or whatever to like bring up like the easy mode, so you can easily do moves. It's a variety of different characters. It just feels fun. But then there's also the fighting game community aspect of it as well. We can do tournaments around it, but it's still a fun game that casual people can play. You got a story mode you can play. You got the different like modes you can play, all the cool customization. Like there's so many different things you can do without having to actually just want to play a tournament with it. So I like that a lot, especially people like myself too, who may not have that much time, but maybe can get a few games in here and there. It feels fun. I guess with 2XKO, again, they were focusing in on just, oh, gotta be this, fine tuning it. Okay, the fighting game community said this, we gotta do this. The fighting game community says we gotta do this. Even though it may not be fun, this is what they're saying. And it's like that's a very small community of players. So you're gonna be losing a ton of money because you're not able to branch out to the greater realm of player base, especially with the fighting games. There's so many other fighting games you can play. So it's like if people aren't having fun with the 2SKO, they have plenty of other games to play. They got Tekken, they got Street Fighter, they got this, they got that, Mortal Kombat. It's like they got other games, Super Smash Bros. Like there's so many other fighting games that are just fun to play. So it's like, yeah. Good luck. Good luck just creating a game that's just very technical only for the fighting game community, and seeing that prosper compared to other style of games. And talking about this too, kind of remind me of like the Halo days back when Halo was at its peak, and like the MLG, the Major League Gaming stuff. Like that kind of started getting pushed more over just having fun. Man, it's been a while now, but I want to say it was around like Halo 3 to like Halo 4 days, like Halo 3, Halo Reach, and Halo 4. I want to say that it was. I want to say that MOG and the developers trying to focus more towards them. I want to say it started around that time where it kind of got like crazy, and I was just constantly hearing about it. And yeah, even though the Major League Gaming stuff is cool, you still want a fun game for regular players. If you make everything so freaking technical and XYZ, you're throwing away your player base, your regular player base. You can have different settings and different modes for those, which is cool. But trying to change all the weapons and all that to fit that, making it less fun. We can't have dual weapons now because it's the Major League Gaming part. Not gonna like it. It's like, yeah. And now look at Halo. Look where Halo's at now compared to the glory days back in Halo 1, Halo 2, freaking Halo 3. Shoot, freaking Halo Reach, man. It's a different time right there. So yeah, that sucks for that 2XKO game. But yeah, hopefully they end up making another one. Hopefully they think about just making a fun game and then going from there. Look at Smash Bros. That was just a fun party game. Now it's competitive as well. But again, that's a game you can easily pick up, play with your friends, have a game night, everybody getting lit, playing that, and you have no issues. Also, too, I wanted to bring up this one because apparently the some of like the developers, some of like the top developers like on Tekken, apparently I guess they're leaving. Like Bob was like one of like the last ones that like some of them have worked on, and I guess they're working on another fighting game. So I don't know exactly where we will see Tekken 9 actually be at. Will Tekken 9 end up being good? I'm hoping so, but not having some of the main characters or like main devs, I cannot think of his name. But one guy who's always everywhere, I cannot freaking think of his name at the moment. But yeah, he was talking about it too, about how I guess Bob was like one of the like last characters that they're working on, and they're going to be transitioning over to another I guess company to like create like another fighting game. And I'm pretty sure that fighting game is going to be a beast. Pretty sure that fighting game is going to be a beast. And I feel like they know how to make games, or fighting games at least. So they'll have something that'll be fun for like the casual player. Probably cool story modes, customization options. I'm pretty sure we'll have all that in this new fighting game. So I'm looking forward to it. It sucks because I don't know exactly where we're going to be seeing Tekken 9 be at. But I am excited to see a potentially new fighting game with new characters and something that I guess younger people can start with from day one. Because I had Tekken 1 at the house. I got Tekken 2, Tekken 3. Like I got like the OGs, but that was like back in the 90s. A lot of kids now, you born 2015, you weren't playing Tekken 1 and Tekken 2, but you could probably play this new game from, the first day, number 1, number 2, and grow that brand loyalty and all that from day one. So that would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. I guess we will see. But yeah, next up, let's go over the PlayStation blackouts. Apparently this one has just, I guess, started happening right now. The hashtag this blackout campaign is asking PlayStation users to avoid playing, logging into PlayStation Network, and purchasing PlayStation products from August 23rd to the 30th, primarily over Sony's move away from the physical game release. Now, the problem with this, I'm pretty sure you guys already know where I'm about to go with this. The problem with this is only gonna be for a week. So yeah, Sony, We're letting you guys know we're gonna boycott you guys for just 1 week, and after that, we're coming right back. So yeah, if I'm Sony, that's not gonna change my mind at all. I'll bet you guys you guys are coming back, just not for a week. Bet that's cool. Yeah, go ahead and take your chill break this week. Come back next week. We're all good. It's like nothing is changing. Like if you're serious about this boycotting, you can never. You just have to be like the bus boycotts. We will not use your product until you change. If you're not going to change, then we will should not use your product, and you're just going to continue losing money. But it's like these fake people who want to pretend like they're doing something. Oh wow, we're going to boycott for a week, but we're going to be coming right back. Wow, that's not going to change anything. Sony has so much money. Wow, a week. Come on now, come on. They're not going to change anything. If you're serious, be like, okay, I'm going to boycott you guys until you bring back physical. If you're not going to bring back physical, I'm not going to buy any more games from you guys. Grand Theft Auto, no. Wolverine, no. This game, no. 2K, no. Madden, no. But of course, it's all fake. They're all trying to do this stuff for clout because because they're only doing it for a week. If you're serious, you got to stick with it. You only doing this for a week. That's nothing. It's like you going to the gym for a week. Oh yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get strong. I'm going to work out for 1 week and that's it. Like man, that's stupid. That is stupid. That is stupid. That is stupid. Oh, I'm going to lose weight. I'm just not going to eat XYZ for 1 week. But after that week, I can eat whatever again. That's stupid. That's why a lot of people stay on that diet stuff forever because they just do it for like one week, 1 month. You gotta stick with that forever. Yeah, you gotta stick with that stuff forever, bro. You can't just be doing that stuff for like 1 week or boycott 1 month and then expect to change. Like, come on, I'm gonna work out for 1 month and now I'm gonna be buff. Man, cry me a river. So yeah, good luck with that PlayStation blackout. Yeah, it's not going nowhere. For the real people who are actually boycotting it, because there are some people who are actually boycotting it and they're like, hey, I'm done with PlayStation until they make this change. It is what it is. People like that I respect. These other people like, oh, I'm only gonna do it for 1 week, and then I'll be back, and I'm gonna still play Grand Theft Auto, and I'm gonna still play all the games. Man, bye. You're not doing anything. You're just wasting time. You are just wasting time. Next up, guys, let's go over some of the games that I am hyped. Some of the games that I am hyped for. This game is coming out very soon. The Star Wars Zero Company, guys. This game I am so hyped. On the last podcast, I talked about it, but if you guys don't know, it's kind of like a strategy style game. It's reminiscent of like the XCOM games where you have like a squad of players or a squad of teammates. On this one, you have up to 4 playing with you outside of like special missions where you can have maybe like 5 or 6, like with Anakin and XYZ. But you have your squad, you're doing missions on different planets. You got different class of characters. I guess you got your soldier, you got your grenadier, you got your support, your scout, your sniper, etc., etc. You're doing missions, and apparently if your character dies, like they're dead. So I like that a lot. So like you can build bonds with some of these characters, rank them up, and then they die, and yeah, that's it. That character's dead, and you won't have all their bonuses next week. You'll have to hopefully recruit somebody else who is somewhat good and try to build them back up too. But yeah, you can lose your characters on this game. I guess the only person you can't lose is the main character, because if the main character loses, then you just lose the whole game. But I'm pretty sure you can probably like restart. But anyway, yeah, I'm super hyped on this. The customization on this looks good. Everybody can have clone armor. It looks like, well, outside of like aliens who have like bits and different stuff, but outside of those characters, everybody's can like have like full clone armor suits, including the helmet. Everybody can have like it's a suit, but they all can't have the helmet because their heads might be too big. But like I think everybody else, for the most part, can actually have the clone armor outfits on. You have so many different color customizations for each one. Oh man, that looks freaking good. There's only one Jedi on your team, which is cool kind of too, because you really don't want that person to die, or maybe you do. Maybe you do. I've been hearing that hey, there's like some type of secret character or something that you can unlock, or they haven't really talked about. So maybe you can have also like a Sith character, or maybe somebody who was a former Sith on your team. That would be crazy if you could, but I guess we'll end up seeing if that's actually true or not. But regardless, I already know I'm gonna have a full clone. Well, almost pretty much a full clone looking squad for the most part. I'm probably gonna have the Jedi girl on my team, and then like everybody else like decked out with clone armor. And yeah, we're gonna be going ham. And after I beat the game the first time, the second time I may end up going like full Mandalorian. Yeah, so we will end up seeing, but probably the first time probably clone. Second time, probably like Mandalorians. Everybody could probably dress up like cool Mandalorians, cool big armor. It's gonna be fun. Maybe everybody got jetpacks and we could do that. And yeah, we could have fun right there. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. That's coming out on August 27th. Coming on August 27th. So guys, if you haven't already too, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And yeah, lastly, let's go over this games con stuff. Oh, actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's go ahead and go over some of the under the radar games that you guys can probably look, forward to. For this podcast, we got two picks. We got the sinking city 2. Looks like this one just released, and it's like a survival horror game. I guess it kind of giving people who like Silent Hill style horror a sense of, what's the word? A sense of pride, a sense of happiness. So definitely, stay on the lookout for that one. And also Mortal Shell 2. That one looks pretty cool too. Looks like the developers already wrote out an early balancing patch for the game as well, kind of making it more player friendly. So that should be awesome as well. So you guys should probably check out those two. And yeah, let's go ahead and go over this Games Con. So yeah, it looks like this Games Con is starting very soon. It looks like the opening night live pre-show is going to be August 25th, and then the live right after that on the 25th. It looks like through the 26th through the 30th, we'll be having, I guess, the red streams. And then, yeah, the Xbox Live broadcast on the August 26th. And then the Future Game Show at Gamescom August 26th. That one I'm really looking forward to. So we can kind of see, kind of what future games we're going to end up seeing, for, I'm assuming next year. And then we got the FGS Live from Gamescom, also the 26th. And then we have our second Xbox Live broadcast on the 27th. Looking forward towards that. And then the Gamescom Awesome Indie Show. Also, I'm excited for that. I'm a big indie fan, so it's cool to see what type of indie games we may end up seeing on there. I may have to talk about some of them on the next podcast. And then the best of Gamescom on the 30th to end the event. But yeah, guys, we talked about a lot. Talked a lot about the GTA craziness going on with the leaks and why I'm still freaking hype. I'm still hyped for that. Looking forward for the Netflix. I'll be talking about that. What we see from that. See how it compared to the leaks in XYZ. We also talked about Bob. We talked about the TXKO development ending, the PlayStation blackout that's fake. What I'm seeing on the radar, the Gamescom preview, and yeah, the current game I'm playing right now again is still Red Dead. I'm gonna probably try to finish that off before the before I start getting on the Star Wars XCOM or Star Wars Zero Company. So ready for that. But Red Dead has been fun. I've been enjoying my time with that. I wish I would have been able to get into it more like years ago. But that first snow part just really, I don't know, like the intros for Red Dead have just not been good for me. So hopefully if we get like a Red Dead 3, hopefully they fix the intros. I don't know, maybe too much hand holding or XYZ. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's actually why. Maybe there's too much hand holding and stuff. Just like give me free roam at the beginning, or allow me to pick. Then I probably would end up liking the beginning parts of these Red Dead Redemption games. But gladly I was able to get past that, and I'm enjoying the game a whole lot. I'm also playing Marvel Rivals right now. I'm enjoying that as well. 11 playing with Storm on there. Also 211 playing with Wonder Woman. Even though Gambit used to be my guy for healing, I have been enjoying playing with Wonder Woman as well for heals. So that's good there. And also Tekken. I've been playing some Tekken as well with, BOB. Gonna probably try to rank up, try to knock out this game, this battle pass, so I can get the weights for the arms. Even though I think you got to be like level 30 to get those. So I don't have to go all the way. But I do want those weights so I can pick my boy Steve and go ahead and start boxing with the freaking 10-pound weights on. So yeah, that should be fun. But yeah, looking forward for the Star Wars Zero Company coming out soon. Hopefully I can have some gameplay footage of that one on the next one. And maybe some Grand Theft Auto 5 gameplay as well. I guess we'll end up seeing. But anyway, guys, again, thanks for staying tuned to episode 2 of the podcast, the Gaming Hawks podcast. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.